There are so many Hot Toys that are hitting waitlist, baby, well before they're due to come out and while they're on pre-order. Is this a good thing or a bad thing? We're going to get into that within this episode for sure. And these figures, when they're hitting the secondary market, will it take a couple of years or several years for them to mature in value or reach perhaps some of them a Grail status? Or can some of them hit Grail status or be instant gems right off the bat? Well, listen, I've spilled all my coffee, so I've got none left. So I'm cracking open some new spotchka, baby. Lots of new and exciting things to talk about. So let's go ahead and dive into it right now. All right, and welcome everyone to another episode of the Market Value Chart Show, right here at 6 Scale Cantina. And just in case you don't know just who I am the Dark Jedi Aries Tarrington, about to serve up all the 6 Scale Hot Toys talk. So please go ahead and smash that like button. I thank you so very much. And hey, while you're at it, please also go ahead and subscribe to the Cantina. Again, thank you for your support. Is this a good thing, what's going on? We've had quite a few figures that have had low stock warnings that have hit waitlist this week. And that have been hitting waitlist on a continual basis. And there's going to be many more to come. You know, many of the truths we cling to depend greatly on our own point of view. I used to end my videos with, that phrase and that pearl of wisdom from Obi-Wan Kenobi, portrayed by Alec Guinness, from Return of the Jedi. And it really is true, no pun intended. For one thing is for sure, there was so much stock on so many of these figures over the last year, or the ones that were announced in 2021. And I think, when you compile it with what happened with COVID, and then the economy really after COVID and the aftermath of that, it just was so much stock and perhaps over projected, and not just with Hot Toys or collectibles, but my gosh, I mean, it's just no one can, you could guess, you could project, you can analyze, you could look at a lot of data, but you don't exactly know exactly where it's going to go. But once you start seeing some issues and you start seeing some trends, you have to start making some adjustments. And that's exactly what so many manufacturers and distributors are doing. Adjustments that open capacity. Adjustments that stimulate cash flow. Adjustments that create new and innovative ways to generate more volume. And really, on the collector side, and particularly in the secondary market and for our collections, it generates hype, generates excitement, generates demand. And, when you add all those things together, you start getting immediate collectability, and in some cases, immediate or expedient, very quick grailability. And I think it's all in all a good thing. Again, it's the way that we look at it. Change is difficult in any walk of life. It just is for the most part. Sometimes you got to take a step back and see that you have to make adjustments. There were a lot of adjustments we all had to make when COVID came upon us, right? And there were a lot of adjustments we all had to make as COVID, is slowing down. And there's adjustments we have to make in our personal lives and with our collecting and the way that we collect and the way that those companies offer up collectibles. We have to adjust to those changes as well. One of the benefits, and it's really, I believe, a one-time thing. One of the benefits right now is many collectors can get so many figures that are still available at retail, whether at the retail places or in the secondary market, for really good discounted prices. Should you buy them right now? Oh, there's so many of them. They're not worth that much right now, or as much as the retail value. Well, that's going to change in the time to come for sure. Remember, there's not a whole lot of collectors diving into getting $300, $400, $500 figures right now when they got to go ahead and pump $4, $5, $6, $7 a gallon of gas in their vehicles. When they got to go ahead and pay $3, $4, $5 a dozen for eggs. When tires are 50% more than where they were in the beginning of 2022. Things like that. When you have to go ahead and also put more into your essentials. To put more in to your utilities and all your bills and all that kind of stuff. Because remember, all that stuff went up, and while some of our income went up, the delta was not the same. The differential was not the same. It was not equal parallel. And it's very, very important to understand. And not only with the collectors that are still collecting, but for new collectors that want to dive in, they put on the brakes a little bit for as many as they can right now. But just like in the past, when you look at Star Wars, for instance, and how long the Emperor and the Throne sat in stock, and how long some of these figures were available, look at them now. And it's many years later, but they're Grails. Many of them are. So, should you go ahead and buy right now some of those figures if they're the figures you really want? And you're like, wow, I could get it. There's 20% off. There's 25% off. There's 30% off. There's 40% off. Look at the secondary market. There's 50% off. Sure. Are you going to be able to do that in the years to come? And I say, no. No. It's a unique opportunity right now. And make no mistake about it, there's going to be droves of collectors diving into collectibles such as Hot Toys. And they're going to be looking for a lot of those figures. So absolutely. But when you talk about the ones that were announced in 2022 and the ones right now that are getting low stock warnings and are hitting waitlist, that's a completely totally different ball game, because right when they hit waitlist, some of them are going to go the way of the arena suit Boba Fett. Let's get into some of these here. You know, when you go ahead and take a look, like this Darth Vader, and I've been telling you guys keep an eye on this for, almost 2 months already. And during that time, the collector edition had a low stock warning and eventually almost sold out and hit waitlist. And that's the the least expensive version, and it's already on waitlist. Of course, the exclusive and the deluxe version exclusive already on waitlist. Now you only got one version left, the more expensive version. And for a lot of people, when this came out, at least on a lot of the chatter, not necessarily the most desired version. So many people have an Empire Strikes Back Darth Vader, or a Rogue One Darth Vader, or a New Hope Darth Vader, whatever version that you have. And hey, they just wanted to get this collector's edition, which is gone. And right now, when you look at what's going on with this global economy, whereas a lot of people would gravitate always towards the deluxe, the more expensive version, I'm seeing a little bit of a difference where it's the other way around to save a few bucks here and there. Because when you got to pay a couple extra bucks for eggs, and you got to pay an extra buck or 50 cents for gas, or it costs you another $275 for all the tires, you got to take it back somewhere, don't you, baby? And keep an eye on this, because this figure will 100% be getting a low stock warning very, very, very shortly. And shortly will be followed, if not right in conjunction, with the DX27 Obi-Wan Kenobi. For sure. But would a figure like this, if this hits waitlist within a month, which I believe within the next month or two it will, would it be an instant grail in the secondary market? Would it be $100 over the retail price? Would it at the very least be at the retail price? How about this figure? And I've been looking at this Doc Brown for a while. Has the low stock warning, along with the Marty McFly one for Back to the Future 3, where Marty has the hat. And this one hit waitlist here. And this ship has sailed. Is a figure like this going to go the way of Mando and the Blurg, where sometimes in the secondary market it's selling for $200 to $300 lower than the retail price? Is this going to go the way of the Scarlett Johansson, the Black Widow figure, the white suit or the black suit one, where sometimes it's going for $100 less? Is that what's going to happen to this now that it's on waitlist? Or will it at the very least hold its retail value? Or would it do like the arena suit Boba Fett is doing? How about this figure? This just happened this week. Low stock warning. Now Gorr is gone. From Love and Thunder, now Gorr is gone. You could go ahead and join Mighty Thor. And if you were wondering about Padme, there's nothing to wonder about. The Wave 2 of the 20th anniversary of Attack of the Clones, I already told you that I really feel that that's going to happen right with around the May 4th, the month of May, with everything else that's going to come. You're going to start seeing low stock warnings, and it's going to go just like Wave 1. Not even Padme, not even Mace Windu, and not even the Attack of the Clones Anakin is immune. Just like this Gorr, just like Marty McFly, just like Doc Brown, just like that Darth Vader, are not immune. But what's this going to be worth? And here's another one for you, because the one without the glider for the Green Goblin has been on Waitlist, and then all of a sudden now, this one's on Waitlist. What is this going to fetch in the secondary market once it starts getting in there? And you could look at this one now. And this one's back to having a low stock remaining on the collector edition anyway. Collector edition on the new Batman figure. Low stock remaining. And eventually we'll be going to almost sold out and eventually waitlist. The deluxe version, you could go ahead and still get. Will it follow and go out right with this or shortly after? We're going to have to keep an eye on it. I say yes. I do. But again, you've had plenty of time. I've had plenty of time. We've had plenty of time. Here's another one. Staying with DC. Wonder Woman. This is waitlisted. The exclusive is not. How long is the exclusive going to be available? On a Wonder Woman figure. On a figure I'm really looking forward to getting. The sculpted hair on this is... I mean, she's beautiful. That's just... Come on. My God. And then the one... This one here. Primary on my banner. Okay. And we've been looking at this. And it had a low stock warning for a while. Right after the Ahsoka. Then it got the almost sold out. And now the collector edition is gone. Join the waitlist. That's it. And again, the less expensive one. People looking to save every dollar. It's a real thing. I'm going to show you some data later on. They can be like, oh, Aries, people, they'll spend the extra money. Forget about the $285. They'll spend the $330. Really? It's a little rough right now when you look at with the economy. And I'll show you that in a little bit. But now you're starting to see, with the deluxe version, not even the low stock warning, but the almost sold out, baby. It's right there. Now, what about the exclusive? No low stock warning, no wait list. What about the deluxe exclusive? No. But what you got there? Limit of 1 per person. And you have to wonder, is it possible that when the regular deluxe version with that almost sold out goes on waitlist, that the limit 1 per person versions are going to get low stock warnings very quickly? And I say yes. Don't kid yourself. Don't kid yourself that hanging on to some kind of, I don't know what, that there's just going to be figures where there's going to be thousands in stock. It's not going to happen anymore whether it's Iron Man or whether it's Boba Fett. It's not going to happen anymore whether it's Spider-Man or whether it's the Luke Skywalker. But that's their bread and butter. Iron Man, Spider-Man, Mandalorian, Boba Fett. Howard likes Boba Fett. Howard likes Iron Man. Of course. That's why you're going to get versions up the wazoo, baby. You're going to get the white prototype versions. You're going to get the pink bunny versions. You're going to get the tuna salad versions. The grandma's wallpaper versions. The Venomized versions. The Grogu Force Spell versions. Any version you could think of. The arena suit. The Greek god versions where they talk to Zeus and Xena. Whatever versions you could think of. They're going to come. And let's take a look at what's going on with Luke Skywalker right now, who's obviously been released. And people... I mean, let's take a look. Almost $600. Outstanding seller. All 100% positive. Are you kidding me? And there hasn't been a figure in recent memory with everything that's going on that's fetching like this and still available in stock with low stock warnings or limit 1. And is this a figure? Is this a figure when it comes out that's going to do what some of these other figures that have been in stock are going to do? I say no. I say no. And what about the DX22? Wow. Right off the bat. Right off the bat, ladies and gentlemen. And you remember that the Ahsoka here, which was released only a couple of months earlier, basically, than the DX23 Luke Skywalker, and that already hit waitlist. Whether it's this version here with Grogu, or whether it's the version by herself without Grogu, and it doesn't matter what version of Luke or how many versions of what, they're going to go. And Ahsoka right now, and people already starting getting their notifications for this figure. This figure's been released. And people are just paying big money for this figure. Outstanding seller. And this is the one without Grogu. $411.99. 6,773 feedback. And guess what? All 100% positive. Not including taxes. With 17 freaking watchers. How about with Grogu? And let's take a look at what we got there. $520. Back to this seller here with 19,288 feedback. And all 100% positive. And then take a look at this figure, which also went on waitlist and is no longer available. And everybody and their mother was trying to sell it. And just back from March 22nd, $403 with the shipping, not including taxes. Outstanding seller, 374 feedback. And again, all 100% positive. Arena suit Boba Fett. $628 back on this seller. Because this seller knows he could get it. This seller knows he could get it. Arena suit Boba Fett. And when you pull up everything Arena Suit Boba Fett on the CMS 011 on this comic series, just look at the prices all across the board and the amount, the sheer amount of watchers is absolutely outstanding. Astounding. And I can go all the way down. And that's where this figure is going. And do the figures that I've shown, are some of them going to have the arena suit effect? Look, I don't know if they're going to actually produce more Revas than the arena suit Boba Fett, supposedly 3,000. Oh, surely they got to make more than 3,000 Revas. Really? I don't agree with that. I don't even know if she broke the top 10 when she was released. Been near the bottom. Came up, her and the Grand Inquisitor, really. When they got low stock warnings and were gone. Really? What do you think? You're going to get 6,000 of them? 10,000 of them? I don't think so. Arena suit effect? It could be less, actually. They could have made more arena suits than that one. Pause for some spatchka. Cheers. Is it a good thing? What's going on here? Well, certainly, if you want to go ahead, or you need to, for whatever reason, sell a figure you just bought, you're probably going to do pretty darn good. Because you're going to do pretty good with this figure. And many of you already got a hold of this figure, and you're probably going to do really good with this figure right now. And you're probably going to do pretty good with this figure right now. And let's go to some other stuff and draw some comparisons. Again, don't forget to smash that like button. You're watching the market chart show here at 6 Scale Cantina. Let's go look at some other things right now. And let's pull up some examples of all types. One of the best movies ever, and all right, so from this trilogy, Spider-Man, MMS 623, not bad, 35 bids, an incredible amount of demand, outstanding seller with 23,423 feedback, $217.50. Pretty close, but not quite at the retail. Let's go to the retail here. And this is what stock does right now. Yeah, $285. Well under, and that was brand new. With an outstanding seller. Let's go to more. Mando's pretty hot right now. And this one relisted this item, so we're going to go and see how it's doing. But with 6 days, $415, outstanding seller, 1,402 feedback, all 100% positive. Not one bite. Well under retail. Let's go to the relisted item. Maybe it's hot this week. And still no sign of Captain Solo and Commander Skywalker. Dear, oh dear. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. It's going to happen with the DX-23 Luke. It's going to happen with the DX Ahsoka. It's going to happen with Reva. You tell me. You tell me. Let's go to more. Here's the captain. So many of these captains, I guess, that have been in stock. $178.50 with 52 bids. 52 smackaroos. And they could only pull the bell up this high with only $13.05 in shipping. And so under $200, outstanding seller, 166 feedback, all 100% positive. What does Rex go for? There you go. $255. Interesting. Deals right now. And you get deals on these websites. And sometimes you get deals in the secondary market. However, remember, if you're going to buy only from reputable people. I buy from Sideshow. Sideshow has great deals that they put up. So always check their daily stuff and their events. Fabulous. You hear me talk about Ray from Hawk Wars Toys a lot. I bought from him quite a bit too. Reputable seller. No matter where the economy is, you always get people putting things up that could be sometimes less than retail, or if it's too good to be true. Ask questions. See pictures. See the feedback. Sometimes I'm always willing to pay more. Always. For peace of mind to know I'm getting the quality of my figure. And to make sure that it can be returned. Which Sideshow does. And many resellers do, like Ray. Let's go to more. And speaking of Ray, this is from Hawk Wars Toys. Now 1,500, geez. And 32 feedback. All 100% positive. And the Vision. TMS 054. $135, not including the $25.29 in shipping. And I tell you what, Ray has a lot of great deals. I just got my deluxe Chrome Mandalorian from Ray at Hawk Wars Toys. Freaking came double boxed. I cannot wait to open it. Look for that crazy fracking unboxing. That's what it's called. If you join my channel, I do crazy fracking unboxings where you get to see my expression when I first open up the figure. But then in picture-in-picture and split screen, you get super high resolution video footage of these figures from me. The crazy fracking unboxings are awesome. I even like to watch them myself, baby. So you want to be looking forward to that. I also got the DX19 Batman, Christian Bale, because that's my favorite. I love that whole trilogy. Is insane for me. Also from Ray and Hawk Wars Toys. And I did just get a Star Wars comic and Star Wars stickers. I got a Batman comic and those stickers. He's a great seller. Anyway, I mean, look. Let's go to more. Let's go to more. I mean, and maybe you could tell me about the most popular version. Sure. Okay. Well, I don't know. Is the arena suit Fett version the most popular version of Boba Fett? I don't know. How about Doctor Strange? It's the most popular version of Doctor Strange and Hawk Wars again. And 38 bids. People pining for this. Just trying to get as low price as possible. So again, when I talk to you about this, everybody's going to want the more expensive version areas. No one really wanted this one anyway. I kind of beg to differ, just being honest with you, at least right now, because I'm seeing in the market, people are looking to spend less. So it's no wonder to me that this sold out before this one did. Just saying. Just saying. And then there's some figures who fetch pretty good. You know, you could put up this 2-pack here. You know, Nightmare Batman. But still, and 8 bids. Okay, great seller. 136 feedback. All 100% positive. $405. Now, this set's going to be insanity in the future. Believe me. Especially with more collectors diving in. And you can laugh all you want about that 2-pack Boba Fett right now, which also goes for a little bit under, sometimes in a secondary market. But that thing in the future, just like everyone was laughing at the Jawa and Gonk Droid, and now you got to spend over $400 for a Jawa and Gonk Droid, a set that people didn't like the Jawa all that much, or even the Gonk Droid. Just saying. And yeah, they could come out with the Mando versions, and we know that they are. But guess what, baby? They will not be the OT versions. And we'll go ahead and leave it at that. And then there's other figures that are going like crazy right now. And if you look at Star Wars, you could look at that. You look at DC. You look at the DX-19 fetching very well in the secondary market and on par. And you got quite a few figures doing that. And I expect that DX-19 Batman to be a very big one in the future. And you can look at this right now. And I could pull a couple of these up. So how about the Chrome Mando, which now has pulled ahead of those less expensive Beskar Mandalorian figures when you sort them out best-selling wise on Sideshow, for instance. But you can see right here with still 15 hours and 16 minutes left, 31 bids up to $350. Wow. And let's go to another one. Not just that one. Let's pull up some more of the chrome-plated Mandalorian. And, of course, that's the deluxe version right there. And let's pull up another one. And insanely, and I don't know how to explain this, but it's this one with an outstanding seller again. 23,423 feedback. It's up over retail. $405. Not including the $25 in shipping. Go figure. No pun intended. Pause for coffee. Or spatchka, because again, I spilled all my drops of coffee. Bo-Katan, forget about it. And who knows how the Mandalorian is going to end. And I think we're going to be surprised, which we already have been, but in more ways than we could probably imagine. And I can't wait for that. Now, there are signs that the secondary market is starting to pick up with former releases. You can see, like, with some of the releases there, some of them getting a little stronger right now. Some of them weaker. What's going on is we're close in tax season. People are starting to get some of their tax returns back. Starting to get into this time of the year. And you're going to see an uprise right now of some expendable income to some degree. There's also with some commodities, if you're looking like just at food, for instance, where things have leveled off, even a couple things have come down. So when you put some of those things together, you're going to start seeing a little bit more expendable income coming back. However, with a lot of necessities and a lot of essentials, when you look at gas and you look at the price of some items in the supermarkets or at your Walmarts, Targets, Aldi, what have you, some of them have hit, still hitting, or staying. And we have to try and catch up our income to there. And who knows how it's all going to turn, but it's very interesting. But when you look at some of the regular figures in the secondary market, some of the Grails, and let's bring some of those up. I'm going to bring them up now. And before I even go to that, here's another figure. Like everyone talks about Grogu. The quarter scale Grogu on the secondary market. $425. Just back. From March 26th. Outstanding seller, 1,345 feedback. All 100% positive. Outstanding shipping. Just $10. Grogu and Mando are hot, baby. And they're hot even when the seasons aren't on. They're hot. But let's go with some of those ones I wanted to show you. So, pulling some goodies up onto the screen. You could take a look at here. And I was telling you over the last couple of weeks, the last few weeks actually, that the 40th anniversary figures are starting to rise. The ones that aren't, in stock. And you could see right here, this is actually $340. And Vader's been selling, starting to rise up in that $300 tier range. The shipping here is $83. So, you go ahead and you take the $60 off that, if you will. This is $340. That's what this is. And outstanding seller, 748 feedback. All 100% positive. Dark Lord of the Sith on the move. Let's go to some other ones on here. And you could take a look at, even though you can now pre-order a Keaton Batman, you can see this one right here. This DX09 1989 Batman. And I've been showing you these the last few weeks as well. And just back for March 29th, 32 bids, $510. Not including the $20 in shipping, not including taxes. Outstanding seller, $254. All 100% positive. Things are starting to sell. And forget about this guy here, because I've been noticing this the last month. And the Commander Cody is on fire. And you can see here, back Hawk Wars Toys again. And not even a best offer accepted. Just sold for $425. And used. And not including the $25 and 29 cents in shipping. Wow. Very, very interesting indeed. And even with the awesome In-Art Joker that came out, which I'm thinking about getting, actually. Even the DX11 Joker, even in this economy, I mean, just look back, and it's used, and 54 bids, and $396, not including the $48.70 in shipping. Another outstanding seller, $253. All 100% positive. Wow. A lot of demand still for the Hot Toys version of this Joker with the two head sculpts Just this one? Let's see. Let's go to more. I'll pull up another one. How's this really selling? $400. Just sold April 1st. $400. Outstanding seller. 4,549 feedback. Again, a lot of demand. A lot of demand still. Even with the competition out for the Hot Toys DX11 Joker. And you have to wonder, is it possible that Hot Toys is going to put out their own new version of the Joker to go with the new versions of the Dark Knight trilogy figures that they've been announcing anyway? And I say yes. And how good is that one going to look? Are they going to improve upon the DX11? Of course they will. How is it going to compare to the in-art one? I don't know. I'm pretty excited to find out. Oh, but you know, iron sharpens iron. Competition, baby. Let's keep rising these things up. I am all for it. Just as long as the prices don't keep rising up, because it's hard to keep up with just eggs, baby. There really, really is. Cheers to you. Let's go to some more. These guys, and I've been telling you about these two figures anyway. But Hawk Wars again, and a Han and Chewie used. $680, best offer accepted. I mean, usually you'll do like 15. Let's say the 30. $650, not including the 32 in shipping. 2-pack Han and Chewie. Can you say 2-pack Han and Chewie for the Return of the Jedi? And you say whatever you're going to say. You got to let me know, baby. Obi-Wan Deluxe. Obi-Wan is just... And this is... So, that's the pounds version. $569.05 US. Not including the $74.84 in shipping to the US. So just call this $620 for a deluxe new Kenobi. And again, that's a Grail. And we all know that that one is a Grail for sure. And same thing, let's pull up a Leia. And here's a New Hope Leia. And when you go ahead and take out $60 for that $83 in shipping, that's 520 something dollars, baby. Outstanding seller. 648 feedback. All 100% positive. But when you look at the $520, it's used. Very, very interesting. Very interesting indeed. And Jin's always hot. But the Imperial Disguise version right now, I think that one's really starting to gain traction. He had one that sold here, outstanding seller, 288 feedback, all 100% positive. But the Imperial Disguise, and the more rare one, to be quite frank with you, $829.99. Are you kidding me? Pause for Spotchka. Absolutely insane. Going to a couple of more here. You could go ahead and pull up this animated Fett. And best offer accepted from $725 from a great seller, 110 feedback, all 100% positive. I mean, well over $600 to get a used animated version of Boba Fett. And I'll just tell you that there were more of these than that arena suit Boba Fett. For sure. I mean, it's so things with the figures that are out there, you're starting to see some sellers put them up, and people are starting to buy some of those right now. And I gave you my reasons as to why, I believe that that's happening, and some of them not to the prices that they will be. But look, no matter which way you slice it, and here's Superman, the original one here, original movie, Hot Toys, and $580 with the best offer accepted, not including the $49 in shipping. Outstanding seller, 441 feedback, all 100% positive, and this one looks pristine. Is it a good thing? What's going on? I say yes. Is it an adjustment for some of us that have gotten like 2 years to be able to make a decision on the Ahsoka, the DX Ahsoka? Sure, it's an adjustment. But that was 2 years, my friends. 2 years just about. And honestly, she was selling, so many people forgot about that version. It was by the Jet Troopers. It was like, it was just there forever. And then they gave you a low stock warning with it. Kudos to them. And then an almost gone warning. You're able to make your decision. Do you want to get it or you don't want to get it? How much more time do we need? And really, when you're making figures of this kind of price, and there's only so many people that can afford them, and you got to wait for more and more collectors to come in. I mean, you got to remember, Hot Toys has not been around forever. They're not Hasbro. They're not Kenner. They're not like some of these other companies. What are they? A little over 2 decades old. It's really not, it's what it is. You go ahead and pump out tens of thousands of these in one figure. I don't know how many people have $300-400 right now. And that's the key. But the key is more and more people, they will for sure. And I'm going to go ahead and pull this up on the screen as soon as I can get it situated here to show you. There we go. Pull that right in here. And this should be pretty nifty for you. So, if you like what you heard here today, this is another video that I'm going to be putting up on Monday morning. So, and this will be before 6 Scale Raw. You'll be able to catch me on 6 Scale Raw Monday night, 8:15 p.m. Eastern, live with a full panel. But if you want to join the channel, click on the little join button, see everything that it comes with. If you think you could benefit from it, go ahead and join. And I do appreciate your support. But you get these insider extras, and you get a whole bunch of stuff being a member on my channel. You're a Cantina Insider. And this is the next video that's been coming up, that's going to come up. The best Luke is next. And ready to waitlist in time for a battle damage version? You have to wonder. You don't want to miss this insider exclusive. It's going to come up Monday morning. All you have to do, besides believe, is go to 6scalecantina.com. You can check at the yellow, at every menu item in there, there's a yellow highlighted area. Gives you so many banners and examples of what you can get if you join my channel. The aforementioned Crazy Fracket unboxings, these insider extras, so much stuff. And it's cheaper than a dozen eggs in most places to join. It's one tier, and I do appreciate your support. But I'm going to tell you right now, and I already predicted the other one of what's going on, and you're already seeing it. You're not going to want to miss this, my friends. Again, don't forget to smash that like button. And while you're at it, please go ahead and subscribe to the Cantina. Look, if you don't follow me on Instagram or on Facebook, we got a wonderful, we're almost at 1,000 members. We're like, I don't know, 6 away, 5 away. Go ahead and join the Facebook group. The link to the social media stuff is in the video description below. We talk all about the stuff that goes on in everything Hot Toys, all the stuff with the channel. You get the latest updates of when I'm going to go live or when this is going to happen or that's going to happen. Again, and that's free. You can join the Facebook group. You can follow me on Instagram. Don't forget 6 Scale Raw, 8:15 p.m. Eastern. Because what you going to do with the Dark Jedi? Go 6 Scale Raw on you. Remember, I don't always spill coffee out and buy spatchka out. But when I do, I spill it and buy it from 6 Scale Cantina. Stay thirsty, my friends.